TV dinner, macaroni and cheese. Please, these are the keys to cancer. As the tiny dancer plays on the idiot box, who talks to real people anymore? It's all about what's in store, and what more can we get, and what makes us wet, hard, happy McMeals on wheels, delivering us from evil in 30 minutes or it's free. Now we Uber everything, Uber gay in the LGBTQ alphabet way. I remember when gay was happy, and alpha beta was the order before omega. I remember when Sega was the Genesis, and this was that and that was there, and where we are now but 2 shakes from the lambs and cows. The deities we eat in all things meat. Where's the beef, they used to say? Now they pray we don't discover the ingredients that claim to be all natural are disasters. They plaster their frontal cortex in a vortex of advertising and selling, yelling ABC. Always be closing. Supposing we buy penny stocks for $1, and the white-collar crimes rape the times and ravage the savages. That's what they used to call them before the space race and internet pace. Before police carried mace, we could retrace our steps. But now we can find our friends. To what ends? So we can be Ross Geller and Rachel, 90s friends, as the trends lend to the gap. Gay and proud. Thank you, Kanye, for the black shroud that you pull in sheep's wool while wolves in Wall Street mistreat the market's bulls bearing teeth. As the truth is, you can't handle Jack Nicholson. Not even Tom Cruise can handle to lose Jack or Nick Kidman. And who are you kidding, man? The Klan still stands in America, a place where they say, we do not negotiate with terrorists, but they persist and resist the wings from either pendulum or parliament, as if it were a parlor or parkour trick. And we've stopped burning the wick of witches, but the glitches are still in the matrix, which are more than for kids. The sugary cereals are for serial, silent, violent killers, causing all the cancers in cells like terrorists. And we still persist the Second Amendment, the right to a gun show. And yo, which way to the beach? I hear the waves reach my Abercrombie abs as my ass is on the grass. And it's all legal, so now smoke 'em if you got 'em. And if you shot at 'em, run for cover, because brothers shooting sisters and kids showing pieces at show and tell? What the hell? Who's responsible for these souls? Someone save us, please, as we drop again to our knees before the pulpit of priests who reach around and pull choirs and liars on fires pants down. It's a clown and circus sideshow. And we line up down the block and row and grow fat for more of those talent shows. But suppose we rose up like flower power and towered over the steeple and stopped all the people from eating McDonald's as the Donald trumpets the government's White House horn, born to make it great again. That is what they say. No way we got to fight the right to vote and hold guns and shoot first officers. Book 'em later, Dano. Hawaii's 5-0. Yo, this is the NWO, and the end as we know it. Don't blow it up anymore. That asks too many questions to be answered. Instead, the white and red and blue have a new agenda: disorder. Make 'em close the border and drive us all crazy in the nation and notion of segregation. That is what it's up to, and no doubt let's all shout out. I can't breathe while reading No Fucks Given. This is hypocrisy. We are living, rioting, protesting, infesting, infecting, unresting, while digesting a belly of coke and smoke and smog and fog the brain as we go a little more insane from the tame time when we were pacified by the programming. The TV, can't you see? Operation oppression, the mind control obsession, the possession of your goods and souls and services. These are the armed forces forcing you to do something for your country and asking you to rock the vote like The Rock. And talk about being the hardest worker in the room, if you know what I mean. It seems life was but a dream in the dashing nifty 50s. Smoking was cool over hot TV dinners. And the winners of the 60s were the hippies, who said they may have led us to the disco days of drug addicts as they eradicated and extradited the war to faraway shores and more than brought home the bacon in the 80s, as the Gordon Geckos laid the 80s in pumps and bumps. And then came the wave of being and having a PC, the way they want it now, but then was when it began. As Margaret Thatcher ran like a man from The Catcher in the Rye, and they call us liberators too, for the fall of the Berlin Wall. But that was another Nazi coup. Behind the backs they sneaked and sacked and packed, and ranks and banks and big houses, and the mouses became fat rats. And there are no cats in America where the streets are filled with cheese. Please, the American tale, Fievel goes west with the best of the silicon breast, gold flushed and fools rushed in, as we win another Super Bowl Sunday with the Doritos costume malfunction at the junction of Janet and Justin. And newsflash, this just in, The files are in the computer. Zoolander has left the Lion King loose, and the train has crashed the oil caboose. And we think we got to choose between Republican or Democrat? But it's all the same vat of castor oil to spoil us rotten with cancer. Have we forgotten the answer? Is the more they lube us up with memes, the more we mean less, and it's meaningless. To make a cat video, as what was BoobTube is now YouTube. Shave your pubes and call yourself a transformer, as RuPaul Drag's halftime show performer just won an Oscar for being more alternative and inclusive and elusive than anyone, as no one can identify as we pry the pronouns from the proud, because the loud feel confused as they pump more birth control into the water supply, and we get high on the fluoride as we pimp our ride, but hide our gender and bender like Beckham's spice, so all boys and girls are both posh sugar and filled and nice and docile. Well, defilements is from the upper echelon secret elite governments, but they resent us, saying that spraying us with Agent Orange and astronaut's tang, saying, yo man, you can't tread on me, as we arrest another person for their melanin, not their sin, nor is the crime to be any degree or decree of color, as last I checked, to be whatever hue you are. We grow far and farther apart as we depart from each other, and brother and bother another. Semantics, not anti-Semitics. Don't you all get it? The plan is to divide the people so far from each side, so we hate the hide we wear and stare back at the other sisters' brothers, all tasked and masked with the same issue, on their faces and spaces between what is shown and known and seen, as we scroll another rolling blue screen, erasing the frontal cerebral in an all-out unequal men in black attack against our minds, to find us all what we call free and dumb, as everyone is just a faceless, nameless number, meant to wonder, why am I this way? Straight or gay, black or white, man be wrong, women be right? This is the plight and fight they created for us to be hated and heated and cheated from the reality that is simulated and placated as a placebo effect, as we neglect each other to throw smoke bombs and run for cover. This is just another idiotic control measure, so we stay apart and disconnect from the heart, from the treasure of our souls, and share something in common goals, as we, the people from the same plane and planet, and this is it, plain and simple. We are the culture of humans, and they are making us and shaking us and taking us down, a dehumanizing uprising, surprising us with illness and illegal immigration issues that misuse and lose the fact we all from the same original pack. This is the earth, and all we humans need to take it back.
Wow.